What's up, you intelligent investors? It's your boy Henry back with some knowledge on the stock market. As you know, Tesla and Apple have split their shares, and exactly as I said on Monday, trading was hot. Also, it was to the upside, but since then it has been quite choppy, and it was a really good time to take profits on Monday. But today I want to make a prediction, something that if you do early can make you a significant amount of money before other people realize. And from the title, I'll be talking about when and what kind of split Amazon will do with their stock. So Elon Musk and Tim Cook are like, yo bro, we going to make some stupid money splitting our stocks in the same week. Yeah, Tim, I like that. I need another $1 billion. Bro, just pound it. We about to make some serious cash. While Jeff Bezos is in the corner with his next day delivery laughing as the world's richest man. But wait, Jeff ain't no dummy. He's about to do the same with Amazon and split those Johns. Johns just means shares, it's just a Philly thing. I might be moving to LA, so I might not be saying Johns anymore. Although investors know that stock splits don't add value on a purely economic basis, one could argue they provide a psychological benefit to investors with less capital. Considering the current price of the stock, it would seem like a 10-for-1 stock split would be pretty much the best move for Amazon to make. This means the current share price of $3,500 would be split into 10 pieces worth $350 each. Now, we know from Apple and Tesla that such an announcement would create a huge, and I mean massive, amount of buying demand and push the stock higher due to all the investors buying. So in terms of what makes sense, a 10-for-1 split would make the most sense just because that would make Amazon more per share than Apple and slightly less than Tesla. Although price is purely arbitrary number and shares outstanding gives you a much better sense of how valuable a company actually is, I do believe that $350 per share is a fantastic price. Why? Well, as I mentioned, not all investors understand how stocks function flawlessly. I sometimes forget that because I worked on Wall Street for a number of years around all these Ivy League financiers and Wall Street traders, so I need to realize that there is so much to teach, and honestly, I'm still learning new things every single day that my textbooks did not teach me. For example, I have this new theory, I want to explain it to you guys. What if so many investors purchase good name companies based on just the price rather than the value? Since even I don't want to sit there crunching numbers and creating a model unless it's for the ArcH portfolio that I just started. So the theory is basically good name companies and lower prices, these two things together seem like a better value for investors. That's actually not the case because a $5 stock could be worth more than a $100 stock. But Henry, that doesn't really make sense. Can you explain yourself? Yes, I can. That's why I got this whiteboard. All right, so I'm going to quickly show you why price is not the most important thing there is. I'm going to show you two things. First is going to be Henry. This is going to be me. And then we're going to pick a stock. I'm just going to say Ford, okay? So Ford. This for me, let's say my stock is $100. And let's say Ford is $5. All right, so how much is this worth? Does Henry cost more than Ford? Am I richer than Ford? Well, no, I'm not, right? What is actually the value of Henry and what is the actual value of Ford? Now, this is where we have to talk about outstanding shares. So this is the price, and now we're gonna say outstanding shares. So for me, I'm gonna say 10,000 shares. So I'm gonna put that right here. So 100 times 10,000 is 1 million, all right? So I'm a millionaire. All right, so now we know I'm $1 million. How about Ford? How many shares do they have outstanding? Multiplied by 1 billion shares. And guess how much that is? It is 5. Oh, it's taking a long time. So as you guys can see here, although my share price right here, my share price is $100 and Ford is only $5, sure, I'm a millionaire, but Ford, $5 billion. Now you can see why price alone doesn't matter. So for that reason, I'm starting to think that large companies will split more often so they create investor demand. It does make sense because a cheaper stock price is more affordable if you have $500 and can't afford to buy an entire share of Amazon. Hey Henry, there is something called fractional shares. Yes, I know, but not everyone knows about fractional shares and not everyone wants fractional shares. For example, I just like buying stocks in orders of 100. For example, I'll buy 100 shares of Tesla, or in the case of Amazon, I'll buy 10 shares of Amazon. I don't want 14.9345 shares of Amazon. That's just not my thing. So the other important question, now that you guys understand Amazon will likely split their stock for investors, is when? When will they actually split their shares? In my opinion and research, I think this will happen later this year. I've checked the last few conference calls and there has been no discussion of a split as far as I can see. As we saw from Apple's stock split effect, high-priced stocks can cause a lot of turbulence to the Dow Jones Industrial Average. If Jeff Bezos wants to be in the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is similar to the S&P 500, but the Dow Jones is actually the 30 largest stocks, he will most likely need to split the stock, and pretty soon. And let's be honest, Jeff doesn't need more money, but he certainly wouldn't mind a little more recognition and brand for his company Amazon. And being in the Dow Jones would be a very prestigious achievement. Splitting the stock will also make it more easily managed by the index. You know what else makes sense? Liking the smash button for Uncle Henry. Regardless if a split happens sooner or later, a stock split alone in theory should not entice an investor to buy the stock if the stock isn't a fantastic company to own. And for that, I want to do a little macro analysis on Amazon and mention a few things they are doing, which makes me very bullish in the medium and long term. The number one thing Amazon has, which is a trend that was not only already fast growing trend, but is only accelerating from this point on at a quicker and quicker pace, is also due to COVID, mouthful sentence, is e-commerce. Basically, that's fueled by retailers dying because everyone would rather purchase things online with free returns rather than driving to the store that doesn't even have the same selection that online has. Also, Amazon Web Services, AWS, was launched in 2006 and has become a stupid mega business with a $40 billion annual run rate. It made up 12% of the company's top line and contributed to an overall growth that is respectable at about 30% year over year as of Q2. It's also highly profitable, generating $3.4 billion in operating income last quarter. And last August, one analyst predicted that AWS could be worth as much as $400 billion if you value that company as a separate standalone business. That makes a lot of sense because it's producing $40 billion. And what is a 10 PE multiple? That's about $400 billion. A 10 PE multiple is very reasonable, and if you put that on to that 40 billion, that's 400 billion, as stated, and is very reasonable for Amazon's growth. In fact, at a 30% growth rate, that would mean its $40 billion run rate would be actually $52 billion the following year. So with these two powerhouse businesses within Amazon, what are they worth? Well, based on my research and analysis, this is easily a $4,000 stock. I didn't even touch into the components of artificial intelligence or entertainment aspects that Amazon is tackling right now. So short term, I think the stock could see $4,000 per share, and long term, this is easily a $5,000 stock. However, it will most likely not reach $5,000 because Jeff would be wise to split the stock by that point. So that's my prediction, but who knows? This is the stock market, and just because I have a finance degree doesn't make me able to predict the future 100% of the time. As always, I love you guys, and I'm so happy that our YouTube family is growing. We're over 40,000 subscribers, and it's insane. I kind of want to cry. I just can't even believe the type of achievement that we're all accomplishing, that we're all growing together. And I have the best job on this planet. There is no one that has a better job than I have. I love doing this, and I will do it no matter what. I just can't believe that we're growing so fast, and I'm so excited to continue making videos and just continue this journey. And it's our journey. We're really in this together. So if you made it to this point, I love you and thank you so much. And I just have one more thing to ask of you. Be aggressive in learning, but be safe in investing. Give me that amazing, strong fist bump, and I'll see you very soon.